vlogging with Gibster drawing time. I explained this earlier in the live stream that I was going to be showing you guys just a drawing of an OC superhero that I made. So I will disclose the name of this hero, obviously, since this is a drawing tutorial of it. His name is The Living Illusion. I created this as a school project and I've been updating it ever since. So I'm going to show you guys how to draw the most recent iteration of it, which is vastly different from what it originally looked like. And if I imagined this as like some sort of anime, this would be like the last suit he wears, like near the end of the series. So it's not really going to be, in any special pose. It's just going to be facing forward. But if you guys want to tune along, that's fine. So you're going to start with the head like that. Remember, I just do this for guidelines and that. So he's not really wearing any special costume. It's just sort of something he threw together with technology, yes. His suit is made with technology, but it looks like just any ordinary superhero suit. Like just some sort of, like that. But it is completely made up of technology. It's made up of nanotech, the same type that what's his face, Iron Man used for his Mark 50 to Mark 85 armor, where it was all completely made of nanotech. So it's sort of just he didn't have to wait that long for it to build up on himself. It just sort of took a couple of seconds. And that, since it was nanotechnology, it could grow and shrink. Well, not the actual individual nanotechnology, but with the amount of it. So he could keep it in one place. And then spread it around on his body. And that's kind of what it does with the Living Illusion. So if I fix this, we're going to start with drawing his head. And I'll explain his superpowers and everything. So first, we're going to start near the side with a line like that. And then you're going to go diagonally down, then straight along, diagonally up, and then up. But not up as long as the last line, quite shorter. Actually, you know what, I'll make it even more shorter. This is a sketch, so use your pencil lightly. If you're using a pen, then I feel bad for you if you mess up. Right, I'm just going to do the neck just now, which is just a generic neck. It's not got anything special with it. Well, at the moment, because his superpower is the Living Illusion, is that he can... I called him the Living Illusion, like, I just thought it would be a cool name, because he makes stuff with the nanotechnology. So, like, so it's sort of, his powers are sort of like Iron Man, and, but it's sort of not really limitless at the start, but as he grows to evolve his power, it ends up becoming limitless. So limitless that, let's say, by the end of this so-and-so show, like as if it was some sort of anime show, he could create an entire planet with this power. He wouldn't be able to create people for the planet, but that's how powerful he ends up getting. Right, so I just did a little mask here. And then I added 2 horns here with a bit of lumpy hair. So he's not really goth, but he's, that type of person that has a hair covering one of his eyes, and this eye is blue. Now this eye here is brown, so he has like that rare thing that some people have. I have a friend who has it with a blue and green eye. So you're just going to do a generic eye shape with that pointed oval with a circle inside. Now at the corner you're going to do a smaller circle, and then a slightly bigger one in the middle, and you're going to shade that in grey. Then next you're going to go behind the horn on the left side, and it's not going to be straight, but it's not going to be straight, but it's not going to be too curved. You're just going to do a horn in the back. And then you're going to do the same thing with the horn on the right. So he has 4 horns. Of course, these aren't actual horns. These are part of the mask. And then you're going to go behind. You're going to go behind this part of the mask, and you're going to do 3 spikes and then bring it to the head. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And you're just going to draw a little line in between there for the mask continuation. And you're just going to do a smile. It's not like a normal smile, it's just one that's up at a side. And then you're going to do a straight line, the curve at the end. Actually, you know what? No, I don't like that nose. Don't do that. Give me a second, I need to figure out. I just took what the nose usually looks like in My Hero Academia when they look forward, because I cannot. I seriously cannot. You know what? I'll just do a normal nose. So you're going to do 2 lines like that. Then you're going to do a curve like that, and then from the side you're going to curve up on those sides. And then now there is one more detail to add to the head, but before you do that, you're just going to add a diagonal line that connects into the neck, and then you're going to do a straight line down, and then you're going to go from behind the neck and do a line to connect to there, and you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And then you're going to do what you guys were probably thinking was going to happen. You're going to connect it up to make a shape like that. Now this is just some sort of chest plate that's on him. Now we're going to finish up the mask. Now to finish that up, you're just going to do a wavy line and then end it like that. And you're going to go beside it and then down, and you're going to follow that line like that. Then you're going to go and do a line there. And then you're going to stop there, and then just somewhere there you're going to do another line, and then you're going to end it off. Now you're going to put a sort of initials thing. I'm going to extend the chest plate. Now you're going to add initials to it for Living Illusion. But they are going to be diagonal shapes. That's supposed to be an I. Like, you know, not the body part, but, you know, like the letter. And then on the other one, you're going to do an L for Living Illusion. And you're going to see something similar like this on the boots, where on this boot's going to be an L, that one's going to be an I on the boot. Now, you're going to do 4 lines on the side of the chest plate. Now the top one is going to be the shortest, and the bottom 3 are going to all be the same height and going to be long. So you're going to connect those two lines, and then you're going to go in and connect it to those, and then you're going to do same thing. Now on the old one it had 4, but I'm going to dim it down to 3. Now this one is just seems like a generic hoodie, so you're going to go down, and then you're going to slowly go in as you do that, then you're going to round it off like that. And then you're going to do a hoodie, sort of a hoodie, so it's going to be wrinkled like that, so you're going to go and make an even bigger rumple. And then you're going to start here and do a line like that. And then you're going to close it off. Then you're going to do a sort of, I don't know what to call the shape. It's sort of like a backwards L shape. Sort of looks like a backpack handle thing. Not the handle, but you know, the part that you strap over your back. Yeah, backpack strap. It's obviously not, but you know, that sort of pattern. And then you're going to shade the rest of the shirt in a grey to show that it's black. Oh yeah, go ahead and shade in the mask as well, along with the bandana part, like the little strips of it that are going behind him. Only shade in the shirt and the mask. If you guys want to skip this step, just remember those parts are black. This is still recording. Yeah, it's still recording. I know this is taking a while. But also, if you guys have ever made your own Huron villain, why don't you take the time to redesign them and see how farther you can go? Maybe evolve their powers more. Because the way this started, the only thing he could do was make illusions. As a sort of trickster. Like, when I first came up with him, conceived him in school, he was a trickster. He couldn't really do any damage except for punching. He had a high intellect, and when he used his illusions, he knew how to get people, trick them right. Because he would always test them with illusions, and he would trick them into thinking they were getting hurt when they really weren't. Right. So next you're going to do a big curve like that on both sides. Probably shorten that. Then you're gonna go along and then down and curve up. Then you're gonna go down again. Then you're not gonna draw, but you're gonna put your point diagonally down from those lines. Those points there. Now I'm just going to rub them out just now. If you guys couldn't see that, you can probably be able to pause the video in time. And you're just going to make a curved line here. And you're going to just connect the legs to them. And then you're just going to do, it's kind of like the horns. It's not straight, but it's not too curved. You're going to do a line there. Then you go up and across. Up and across. Now, this is where you're going to do the initials again. On one foot, you're going to do an L, and on one, you're going to do an I. And then you're going to do a curved line. And you're going to do the backpack strip shape again. Now, before you shade in the rest of his foot black, you need to do a lightning bolt shape on the foot. on the feet like that. And also before you do that, you're just gonna do a line like that. It's a sort of like where it's been sewn. Of course, this is nanotechnology, so it's only like the illusion that it's been sewn, like jeans or something like that. You know, like any other trousers. And if you guys are thinking, wait a second, why are you not saying pants? Well, I'm no bloody American. I hate that they call pants underwear, because it's like, it's an easy trick to trick people. I'm just going to change up the legs a bit. Like that. And then now you can shade in the boots grey. Now there's before we do the arms, there's something else that I need to add to the torso. I could have done it earlier, but I'd forgotten about it until I looked at my reference sheet. I have a reference sheet. That's the old design of it. Don't mind that blue, I was just testing colours on it. I have a couple more blues hidden by the other sheet paper. I'll probably do a how-to colour, because the only colour you guys know about here is black. Also, so yeah, along with his powers, he can do what Iron Man can, his new evolved form. Also, there will be a Gibimon based on this, an official Gibimon based on my superhero and my supervillain that will be in the region. I've just not came up with it yet. I don't know what animal to do it, because I'm probably just going to combine it with an animal. Whereas the other one, I'm probably going to combine it with a yokai. Which, if you guys don't know, has been the inspiration for so many Pokemon. Like, say, Espeon and Umbreon. Those two are based on two different cat yokai. Right, so now, starting there where you're going to do 2 bumps, and then you're going to do a line that connects it to the hair. And then you're going to do a round line like that, just... because that's supposed to be a hood. As I said, I didn't say this was a hoodie, for example. It is an actual hoodie. On the original drafts, the first suit that you will see him in is, well, it's not, like, if this was a show, the first suit that you would see him in wouldn't be the first suit he ever used. The first suit he ever used would probably be in a flashback or something. But the first two that he ever used, he would always wear a hood with a simple mask to cover his face, which is sort of similar to this, but without the horns, without these strips here. Now he has a best friend who is also another superhero. Now, I know my IRL best friend watches this channel sometimes. I'm also subscribed to his one as well, so I imagine that his best friend would be my best friend's superhero. So that's going to be the shoulder pads. Now you're going to just do it like, just do a generic arm shape. And then you're just going to do there and then just do a small bump. And then you're just going to do some sort of wrist thing and do a small circle there. And you're going to tie it in there, but not connect it. And you're going to go up the elbow and connect these. Like that. Now you're going to do that on the other side. Now this is another part that's going to be black on him. So not the full arm, just like the piece of clothing of it. If you guys are wondering how did he get a piece of clothing with arms that work like this, where only a strip of it goes over the elbow and the rest of it is just bare. As I said, this is made of nanotechnology. It reacts to his brain. Wow, this is nearly half an hour long. Probably gonna have to do a part 2 on how to color it. I already said that in the video. So I've only showed you guys that these parts are going to be the black parts, and I did explain that the exposed eye is brown and that the one covered by the hair is blue. I did say that. Well, not really blue, it's more of a cyan, aqua color, you know that, because blue, people call it dark blue, but that is the original blue. People think that cyan or aqua is the actual blue. Right, you're gonna go... Okay, so that's a big bit, but you're gonna go diagonally down and create a thumb shape and go down like that. Then you're gonna go up. Then you're gonna go up from there. You're not gonna do it as thin as I did. There you go. Then you're gonna go on top. So I'm gonna do this in length. So I have this in length with a real hand. But also, if you guys did not know, if you guys are accidentally put up the middle finger, it's the biggest one. That's how you know. So see the biggest one, do not stick it up on its own. Or you're gonna go... I didn't do it. Right, so the next part will be... This is bigger than the first finger we did. Well, the second finger, that being the first one that we did. And then you're gonna go drastically down. And then you're gonna add a sort of a rectangular shape to the gloves, and then you're gonna shade the glove in black, and then you're gonna do that on the other side. Just gonna show you guys quickly what he looks like so far. I don't even think I moved it up when I was doing the boots. So that's what they should look like. You know, I'm going to alter the eye a bit and make it not touching the side. Also, those of you who watch my videos and play Lumion Legacy, you guys have heard of the new trailer, right? Well, obviously you guys have, because it's been out for quite a while. But that new Soul Burst thing, ooh, I've been grinding to get all the starters, because they're definitely going to get the new Omega Evolution thing. And I've nearly got them all. I've got a few of them to their final form, and then I've just got like 4 of them to their middle stage, and I'm going to get them to the final form just a bit later. And that would be like Raburn, like the Embit line, Eaglet, Felver, and Snowcub. I've got those at the middle stage. All the other starters I've got their final evolutions of. And that of course includes the one that I picked as my first one, which is Vambat. I thought he looked pretty cool. And he's been the MVP of my team ever since. And even though they say that Zulong is so OP, I hardly use him. Because I feel so attached to Vesperatu, of course him being my first one. Right, I'm just going to shade this glove in black, and then it'll be finished. the finished, well, not completely finished, but you know, the finished sketch of the Living Illusion. Of course, I did change up the hair. I made the hair come down the back like that long, like not long as in going down the back, but you know, long as in you can see it from the sides. I changed up the chest plate a bit, and I changed up the nose just to fit my more current art style, because whenever I do people, that's the art style that I usually do. I usually give them that type of nose. Well, that's only when they're facing forward. But if it's if they're a real life person, then yeah, obviously, I'll give them that no matter what direction they're facing. So there is the finished Living Illusion, the sketch of him. I'd say it looks pretty cool, don't you guys think? Now he's driven to be a hero by the fact that his brother went missing. And no one knows where his brother went, except me. Because little does he know that his brother is sort of the supervillain. It's the classic, oh, it's a family member thing. But not really. It's kind of like he's not in control of his own body. He's self-conscious. It's sort of like what Parasect is doing. It's self-conscious of what it's doing, but it's controlled by the mushroom on its back. In this case, he's self-conscious of what he's doing, but he's controlled by something that lives inside of him. And he has sort of the same powers as the Living Illusion, except instead of using nanotech, it's sort of like Mr. Fantastic, where he just morphs his body. And also, another just Gibimon thing for you guys is I designed the first gym leader, or as I call it, the battle leader. So this is Ace from Athod's Town, and if you beat her, you will get the friendship badge. Her Gibimon are Martif, and this is the debut of the official art of female Onukritis. If you remember from the video that I did, I showed you guys what the male one looked like, and that's what the female looks like. Can you guys tell the difference? I'll give you guys a couple seconds. The horns are longer. Right, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.